Hello, good evening. I'm here for a little while, a couple of hours. Figured we could talk about mental health. We had a good conversation last night where people started opening up and sharing about their mental health. So I just want to keep that going. So that's what today is for. Open panel, come up and chat. And tonight's Toastmasters, so I only have 2 hours. I have to end on time today. In exactly 2 hours. But I can give you that. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on the news today because I checked it earlier. It's mostly the tariffs and what effect it's having, or people are worried it's having on the economy, and the stock market is dropping or something. That's dominating the headlines. So it'll just be us chatting about mental health. I I don't struggle with mental health as much as I used to. I mean, I have my little bouts now and then, but mostly because I've, over the last 10 years or so, being a peer, I've just put in a lot of work at maintaining my own and staying stabilized. Um, so it is possible. It's like fitness. Hey, Helena, if you put enough effort into your diet and exercise and keeping your physical well-being up, you'll see results. Same with mental and emotional well-being. Most of my mental health has been from the grief, and then that getting involved with that psychopath. So it was like interpersonal trauma, but growing up, it was more what you call adjustment difficulties, I guess. We moved to a new town, new school, and I really had trouble adjusting to the new situation. And that was probably the root of most of my childhood mental health stuff. I think if we had stayed in the town that I grew up in, I would have been fine. And I was a wild child. Actually, we all kind of were. I was kind of a tame child relative to all the other wild children around me. But that would have stayed the same. But I don't consider that mental health. Just being an unruly kid and with a lot of energy and acting out is not really mental health. The mental health part to me comes when you're coping with some kind of adversity or failing to cope with some kind of actual adversity. And that didn't really happen till I got older. High school ish, junior high. And then I've had relationship trauma. A lot of our trauma comes from people. It's interpersonal, and a lot of interpersonal trauma is rooted in a sense of betrayal or broken trust or deception. And there's things completely outside of our control, like grief, death, grief, which can damage those interpersonal bonds. So that's, I guess I'm less crazy than I thought I was, or people often think I am. Grief and loss, right? That will, I've never been the same since the grief. That's when my PTSD started, because it was unprepared, it was unexpected, It was out of the blue. Nothing could prepare you for the suddenness and the shock of it. And I think it's the shock. It's called an acute stress reaction. Let's see. We got somebody here. Helena.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, do you think our do you think our generation was treated strangely as children? Like the whole like go outside and hope to see you soon. Wait until lights come
But
on,
not too
street lights
soon.
come on. I don't know. Do you think that affected
I
us
don't, it,
at
it
all?
was normal to me. It would have been weird to have adults around all the time, like monitoring everything we do. It felt normal
Yeah,
for them to give
yeah.
us our autonomy and say, "Here, go. Don't stay in our hair all day. Go find something to do with yourself."
Well, I don't know. One time I was gone for like, I don't know. I was a little girl. I was in kindergarten and I walked towards a house just because I could. And it was funny. I know I was in kindergarten because when I got to the house, which was my goal, a girl came out on the porch and said, "Carla, is that you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's a girl I'm in kindergarten with." And then I walked all the way back, and you have to go through yards and everything. And nobody asked me where I was.
Wow,
My
that's
parents didn't
that's
ask me why.
young. That's like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be that's probably messed up. And the weird thing, it's like during our childhood, they kept having those stories about kids being kidnapped and showing vans, and it
The
was
rape
always
me
like a
vans.
van. Yeah, and they still, we still went outside though. We still went outside,
Hmm.
and I
We
don't
just
know.
didn't talk to strangers. Like we didn't talk to strange people in the
Yeah,
vans,
yeah,
but
we
that
learned.
didn't stop us from going outside.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just wanted to say that. And I don't know. So when you were a kid, you were still in the South, right?
Yeah, but I grew up in the country. It was a small town, very small. Like this was just a village, so everybody knew everybody. Um,
Right.
there was no anonymity whatsoever. But when I went to visit my dad every few weekends, and he lived in the city, I remember we'd have to get permission to leave the block. So we could play with the kids on our street. But if we wanted to go, because they had a park a few blocks away, and sometimes they'd let us go walk on the next block, we'd
Uh-huh.
have to get permission. They'd have to know where we were. We'd have to have a certain time to be back. So they were more strict about stuff like that. But it was also a city environment, or more urban.
Huh.
And even
Yeah,
then,
I
I
just
thought that was
yeah,
weird. I thought it was weird that we needed permission just to go one block over.
guess so. But we had a playground close by where I grew up, and I remember if a strange kid came walking towards the playground, I remember having thoughts like, "Wow, I hope this kid's not crazy because they might hurt me or something." I don't know. There were no adults.
Oh,
I don't know.
I remember one time we were at a park. We were like having a family picnic or something. The kids were walking around. They had this bridge at one end of the park that goes over this canal, and I always like to go stand on the bridge and look at the canal. And there was this guy, this older kid. He was probably in high school, maybe teenage-ish, and I was kiddish. And he had some jelly beans, and he offered us some jelly beans. He's like, "Hey, do y'all want some jelly beans?" And
Oh,
we're like, "Yeah, we'll take some jelly beans." I hate jelly beans, but I took them anyway, and we ate the jelly beans. And we went back to my where my mom and them were, and we told her we're like, "Oh, this guy gave us jelly," and she freaked out. She's like, "You don't take candy from strange people. There, you don't know what was in." And it. I didn't think anything of taking the jelly beans at all until she started freaking out. And then I'm like, oh, it never crossed my mind not to take the jelly beans, but now I'm all self-conscious about taking candy from strangers.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think when we were little, do you remember that story about the kids getting poisoned from the Halloween candy? But then again,
There were urban legends.
yeah, they were. And that one person who actually did it, they did it to, I think they were related to the kids. And uh, so, but they made that a big thing, and I don't know.
It was somebody they knew.
Yeah, it was somebody they knew.
It was the app, the like the razor blades and the apples,
Yeah, yeah.
and then so we never really got apples in our Halloween bag or pumpkin, but on the rare occasion we did, I'm sure we checked it for razor blades. We made candied apples, but we made those ourselves. But like people always gave candy. Nobody put an apple in your bag. And if they did, it
No.
came from some old lady. And so we're like, she's not gonna have razor blades in her apple.
Yeah, but you would pour all the candy out on the floor,
Hmm.
and
Because you want
you'd
to see what
sift
you
through
had,
it.
and then you wanted to swap with your brothers and sisters. And oh,
Yeah.
I'll give you my Bitto honey if you give me your mounds.
Well, the candy was strange back then. There were those candy necklaces.
Mmm.
Like you'd actually put them on,
Yeah, you could eat
and
them. They had little
yeah, but
rings.
yeah, they would like after you're done chewing on one, it would snap back on your neck, and you have candy marks on your neck. Yeah, the candy was weird. Pop rocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe
Wax. It was just wax. You just, it
it
was
was just
you ate wax. They had wax teeth. I remember for Halloween we'd always get a wax. Sometimes it was a wax harmonica that you could kind of play, and then you ate it, or wax teeth. And they had these little wax bottles with flavored liquid in it, and you would
yeah,
suck out the liquid, and you could eat the wax bottle, but it was just
yeah,
wax.
yeah. That was crazy. Yeah, the candy was insane. Um, but I don't know. We also drank out of the hose, so
Oh yeah, and played in the sprinkler.
Hello. Yeah,
Hey,
you
is
mentioned
that
so what year are you talking about? They were people were giving out apples for Halloween.
well, they didn't. That was the urban legend, though. Like, if you
yeah.
got, like, check your
No, no,
apples
no,
for razor
no. I'm
blades. But
saying who
nobody
get.
gave apples.
No, I'm just. Oh, nobody gave out apples.
No, that was like the urban legend that would spread around to make everybody
That
scared.
must have been. I mean, like, cause like yeah, I can only imagine.
80s, early 80s.
But
Yeah, late 70s, early
so
80s.
they were giving out apples.
They weren't, though. But there was an urban legend
No, no.
that if
Okay,
you got
so
an apple for Halloween, it
so
could
the
have
urban
razor blades
legend
in.
came around late '70s, early '80s.
And I
Yeah.
guess if they were actually giving out apples, we would have been scared. But like nobody ever got
No,
apples
nobody ever
in
got
the
apples.
basket.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, like, cause I thought you were saying, Jeff, that the old ladies were giving apples out or something.
Every now and then, if we got an apple at all, it would have come from some old lady
I know, but like, is that on
or a
Halloween?
popcorn ball.
So
Oh, the
like,
popcorn balls.
it'd be like somebody you would know in the community. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be.
like somebody, yeah, or
Yeah.
some, because
Okay.
we knew
Okay.
everybody in my town at all. So
I
if
was gonna
anybody would
say.
have got the razor blades, the whole town would have known who it was.
I
But
know, right?
sometimes we'd go to my aunt's town and trick or treat because she lived in a like a nicer neighborhood where they gave out good shit, and her town was a little larger, and so
Yeah.
like some random old lady could have given us stuff there that we would not necessarily know, but my aunt would probably know her.
Yeah,
Your
man.
mom would X-ray the chocolate for razor blades, and then she
What?
kept it. Like, here, kids, give me your chocolate. I'm gonna X-ray it for razor blades.
You
Oh,
know what?
and you're never gonna get it back.
The ironic
Yeah, they're not.
thing is you don't need razor blades in that stuff. It's poison to begin with.
Well, we didn't care.
I know, I know. That's why my teeth are the way they are.
Oh, from Halloween.
Well,
candy.
partially. That's the beginning. That's the ball rolling down the alley, and the pins will be my teeth. Ah!
The apple rolling
Oh
down the hill.
God! Oh God! Uh,
Yeah, the popcorn balls, they weren't even enjoyable. I
They
remember
were
eating them.
oh,
sticky.
I can't.
They would
I
stick in your
can't get
Yeah,
teeth.
they
into
were
it.
sticky, they were hard. Yeah, but I ate ate them, but in retrospect, they weren't that enjoyable,
Were
you
they
know.
like covered with caramel, whatever?
Like covered with like
Um,
this hard syrup
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would like
something. I really,
crystallize.
yeah,
caramel
I'd have to
syrup,
look it up.
like fake caramel syrup.
Yeah, and then they said this one kid, another urban legend. They said one kid died because he had Pop Rocks and Coke or
Mikey from the
Yeah,
Pepsi.
that's
Life cereal
bullshit.
commercial, but that was an urban legend because he's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
around.
it was an urban legend. Yeah,
Yeah, they
and it was
proved
But
like
it
his
did make
stomach
us nervous
exploded.
about Pop Rocks.
it'll make you sick, but it won't blow up your stomach.
No, so I don't know. So we were always told be tough, suck it up. Do you think that affects our psychology at all?
What's that?
Well,
Just,
looking
you
at the
know,
kids of today, I'm definitely glad I'm not as fragile as they seem to be. Although
Right?
at the time I didn't realize like we were
no.
not
Yeah, I'm
particularly.
really seeing how fragile they are, especially having nieces and nephews. I mean, it's just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And psychologically fragile too.
Yeah, especially through the 5 years of bullshit. Yeah,
But you know what? Sometimes I'm jealous of them.
me too. But
Like,
like,
Uh,
they're not growing up in a good generation, so I'm not.
and
no,
they're
it's
all
not
well
that. It's
behaved. I
just,
was talking to I was telling my nephew stories of us growing up, and he's like, "Man, y'all were wild growing up." And I'm thinking,
we were
it
we were
didn't
free
it didn't
range.
seem like it at the time. Like we weren't. I knew people way wilder than us, but to him, I guess he grew up so tame that even the stuff we did was wild to him.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were totally free range. We were feral. Uh, I don't know. I got to
But we were
wander wherever
also
I wanted.
responsible. We were mature. Our parents could leave us home alone and not have to worry about
Yeah.
us, and they could tell us to do things and it would get done, and they could depend on us for certain things and to behave certain ways. So I guess with that free range, there came a sense of trust and responsibility too
yeah.
I guess
that
so.
they had for us.
Yeah.
How much
Um,
trouble did you get in, Jeff? Did you get in a lot of
I
trouble when
believe
you?
it or not, I was not that bad of a child. I was the scapegoat. I was the one getting blamed for
um,
everything, but I didn't
me
actually
too.
do most of the
Like I'm
stuff.
saying like your
Same here.
teenage years and stuff like your entrance into punk rock and all that.
Every time I got in trouble, not really in trouble, but every time I did something really wild that I probably could have gotten in trouble for if I got caught. I was really good at not getting caught.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
always somebody else instigate. It was always somebody else's idea to let's do this thing. Me by
yeah.
myself never thought of crazy things to do. I was happy to read a book or
Hmm.
listen to music or watch TV. Like I could entertain myself without having to do wild things.
Yeah,
And until I started drinking, I got wild on my own then. But that was teenage.
yeah.
Like I was already an adult.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was in middle school. I stopped wanting to go to football games with my parents. I came from a football town. Everybody likes football,
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
yeah, and we lived I don't know, just a few blocks away from the stadium. And if you went outside, you could hear the speakers,
Oh,
talk, you could. And at some point I said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I want to stay home and I want to watch those old reruns of Twilight Zone.
yeah.
And they let me. And I did that all the time, but
I'd rather
it's
do
yeah,
that than go to a football game or anything like that.
yeah,
Never
I
been
yeah.
into
never went to
sports.
begin with. I think I
Although
went
that
one
shirt
time.
that I'm wearing is not literally well, it is literally a baseball
That
T-shirt,
this one.
but like it says
Oh
propaganda. And
yeah, I love baseball T-shirts.
it's got the word propaganda, and underneath it, it shows all the logos of all the fucking mainstream media.
Oh,
I just
Oh,
thought it was wild, so I bought every fucking version of that kind of anything that was printed on. I bought
hmm.
propaganda. That's no doubt. It's like news is highly propaganda.
I'll tell you another thing. When we were kids, certain sitcoms, they would have a quote unquote very special episode, and it would be like something really freaky, like different strokes. They kidnapped, is it
The
Arnold? And
child trafficking or something like.
yeah, it was stuff like
no,
that. It was always something very
Yeah, yeah,
well,
dude.
they tried to
heavy
traffic
hitting.
Tootie on Facts of Life. They tried to traffic her.
Yeah. Oh man.
They
Or
did.
like
They did.
child
That is an
abuse or
episode.
sexual molestation or something.
Yeah.
It was always something like that. And they'd give you a warning at the beginning, like this this
Yeah.
episode deals with mature themes and like make sure your parents are in the room or stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
dude.
Yeah.
think they have some YouTube clips and compilations of all the special
Yeah, I
episodes.
saw one. I wish I could remember the channel, but yeah. Yeah, it's a woman. She had a bunch, in a row, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I saw all of this." It's,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Nobody seemed to care. And now it's like, I need my safe I need my safe place, my safe space. And
Yeah.
and, and I just look at them and I'm like, Christ, what the fuck? And
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie though. Sometimes I'm envious of how coddled they are now, but
You want that?
not really. But I'm still jealous because it was
No.
I don't know. It just seems I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like no, I would want my childhood, but I don't know. They're so coddled, and it's like nobody cared if I was upset at something or
Mhm.
didn't want to socialize. They just made me do it. It's like, get out there and talk to
Mhm.
people. And yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
care.
no, the adults did not care about.
They
If
did
it was
not care.
serious, they would, but all the little things, that nobody cared.
Hmm.
I've noticed in my immediate family, or nephews, nieces that and their friends, that they seem to disconnect to they get these real hardcore interests, and they get really good at it, and then they just give it up.
Huh. Like
I'm
what?
noticing that like constantly.
Hardcore interest? What?
You talking
Like what?
about the new generation?
Yeah, like with music and with art and with like all kinds of stuff, they just give it up. They're fucking excellent at it, and then they just give it up.
Huh?
They just can't find the right connections, I guess, to make any kind of money out of it.
Oh,
It's all
well.
about money,
Hmm.
and they can't, yeah, can't disconnect from their little families.
Yeah. Now,
Make any kind of family.
uh, TV used to be free, and then
Hmm.
they invented cable.
Yeah,
My dad, my dad really liked cable because he liked movies, and there were a few times, there were a couple times I wish maybe somebody would have said, "No, you can't watch that." I've mentioned this before. Watership Down. I really wish I didn't see that. I really
It's
wish I didn't
good.
see that.
was that a cartoon?
It
Was
was
that?
animated, yeah. The
It
Yeah,
would come
rabbits.
on every year. It was like one of those specials they'd
I
run
think I might have seen that.
annually about the rabbits. I
Yeah, it
loved
messed
it.
me up.
That
It
messed you
well,
up. How did it mess you up?
because it was like so what I would do is I was young, I was like a kid, and so it's like, oh, this is animated, so this is made for me, right? so I wasn't like braced for what was going to come, you know, happen. And like, when they tore at that bunny and they
Oh yeah,
scarred him and
you're
stuff like
you're
that,
yeah,
yeah, it got to me. And
you're waking my
um
memory up now.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't really care for it. I didn't care, but I did watch that. Now that you said the thing was ripped at and shit, and like I was like, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, and you had to watch them all die. Like one died, a dog tore one
Yeah.
apart, a cat tore one
And
of
he
the
got
Why
bunnies
why
hit
would
by
apart.
a
they
car, run over by a
traumatize
car.
children?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
like
guess I wasn't braced for that, but then
who?
again, I watched. Now, when I was watching something live action, it was different. I was braced for it,
Yeah,
but
I, yeah.
an animated movie with rabbits in it, yeah, I wasn't. So,
When you're a little kid and you see that, it's just kind of like traumatizing in a way.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
didn't,
didn't feel when I was a little kid. When I saw it, I just didn't give a shit. I just thought, wow, that's kind of stupid.
hmm.
I didn't really watch it. I just kind of glanced at it. It was stupid.
Yeah, and the only other one that got me a little freaked out was heavy metal.
Oh, I never did see that one.
Yeah, it's
I think
very,
I saw it as an adult, maybe in college.
once again, it's animated, so I wasn't braced for it when I was a kid, and it's very, it's it's not it's not flat out porn, but it's close. And I didn't realize that's what it would be because I was used to watching science fiction, and I don't know the way they drew the women and stuff, and then I don't know, it's certain things. It was like, oh my God, what the hell? What is this? I wasn't braced for it. That's all.
How old were you?
I don't remember. Uh, I don't remember, Jeff. Sorry.
Did
I
either
don't
of
remember.
you see a cartoon? It wasn't. It was a cartoon. It was like a different kind of cartoon. It was very artistic looking, and this cartoon movie, it had all this post-apocalyptic weird shit in it, and they all rode on these weird animals, and they all had these weird costumes on, and they all looked really weird. They looked very
Uh,
post-apocalyptic. Have you got either of you seen that?
I don't know.
What
I
year
don't
you
know the
think?
damn
I would.
name of it, but I remember seeing that as a kid. I thought, man, that is freaky.
It came on TV.
Do you
Mm,
mean Fantastic Planet?
I was
no,
thinking that.
no. It was way different. It was like it was kind of like evil in a way, and it was like I think
Was it
Jeff might like it.
Wizards? Ralph Bakshi?
I don't know. I don't know what it was called, but it was kind of underground. It wasn't anything you'd really see at the theater. I don't think.
Huh.
Um, but yeah, I'll have to look that up and find out what that is. It's like this post-apocalyptic weird reality, and all this really vicious stuff happens in it.
Oh.
It's kind of reminded me of like a twisted, even more twisted. Mm, but as a cartoon, it's even more twisted than what was that movie about the Falcor and the big
Oh,
thing?
Neverending Story.
Yeah, it was like kind of
Oh.
like that, but like as a cartoon, but like more twisted, like even more twisted. Like it's just like it's not any kind of like similarity as far as the plot. It's just really kind of just weird like that in a way, but it's weirder, way weirder.
Oh. Well, yeah, I always wondered about the guys who are behind the puppet movie shows.
Yeah, there you go.
Those
Yeah,
guys were like dropping. They were dropping acid. They had to have been.
right?
They had to have been. I mean, I don't know. The one
Jumping
with Witchy
after.
Poo and Puff
Yeah.
and Stuff and Puff or whatever the hell he was called.
Oh,
And
HR Stuff and Puff, Puff and
yeah,
Stuff.
Yeah, they're
Don't
probably
tell
Yeah.
me I know that.
potheads. They're probably a bunch of potheads. And they dropped acid and took pot and mushrooms and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and it was like, hey kids, watch this,
Yeah, watch our
I don't
twisted
know.
trip. Our twisted trips. The
And we did.
the this is the product of my trip. I made it into cartoons. I
Puff the
think a lot
Magic
of them
Dragon
did
was
that
like that.
shit, man. I
The
think a lot of them
cartoon.
did that because they were all into doing drugs and cocaine, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I
All
guess so.
yeah,
HR Puffin stuff. It was funny. The flute talked, and then they had that character Witchy Poo, and I don't know. It was a very bizarre
All of those
show.
kids shows were with puppets, even Sesame Street.
Well,
yeah. That's fucking weird.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Banana Splits. I think that was weird. It was kind of weird. Uh,
Mr. Rogers was very weird.
yeah,
Dude,
the purple
uh,
pandas.
you ever seen Mr. Rogers? It's on YouTube. There's this. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's this auto tune with Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is so funny, man. Have you ever wanted to see scary things? Scary things. Or something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
You got to see it, Helena. It's so funny, man. It's
Okay.
hilarious. Look up Mr. Rogers Auto Tune whenever you get the chance.
Okay.
When it is so funny.
No, I just remember the purple pandas from the planet Purple. It's like,
Uh,
who came up with that? Do you guys remember that?
Oh,
I
We
don't.
Mr.
are the
Rogers.
purple.
No, I found out about it as an adult, and they were weird.
Yeah, we're from the planet Purple. It's,
I've never heard of
yeah, they're on Mr. Rogers. Yeah.
that.
Um. ah,
And then they had the one horned purple people eater. What was that? That was just a song, wasn't it? Or was it?
that was a
Yeah,
song.
Yeah,
one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
yeah.
So
Purple.
basically, what we're doing now, we're unpacking. The show's about mental
Yes,
health.
yes, we're
We're
unpacking.
unpacking. We're
There's a
unpacking.
lot to
So
unpack.
yeah.
It's like a whole cargo bay of luggage.
Yeah. I went to Catholic school. Do you know how many times I got assaulted on the play, like the schoolyard?
Oh man.
No,
It,
like by
yeah.
like what age? By kids?
Yeah, other kids like oh, I can't talk about everything, but um I don't know. One time a boy, he sort of ran into me and he bounced off me and that was his fault. I wasn't doing anything. Then he started to just like shove me in the chest.
Yeah,
And he
fucking
just kept
police.
shoving me, and
What
I'm like,
grade were
I
you
didn't
in?
do anything. And I went to Catholic school, so somebody must have seen it, but they didn't break it up, which is weird. And then one nun in one of the classes kept saying to him, "Oh, you think that's okay to hit a girl like that?" It I don't know. And then another boy, he shoved me, and I shoved him back, and he fell down.
Uh,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, and you know what he did though? He grabbed me in the crotch and he just squeezed.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
and
Okay, this is messed up. What grade were you in?
uh
Oh my god.
third grade or something,
Oh
maybe
yeah, that
third
is.
or fourth. No, that
Oh,
messed me up. Yeah, and it's like I hope this whoever that kid was, I hope he's in jail now.
Oh,
With that's your first thing to do. It's like, oh, I have to go there and do the crotch thing. It's like, why didn't you just slug me in the arm or something? It's
do
like,
you did you tell a teacher or anybody?
no, no, I
what?
didn't.
You
No.
got Report that shit.
Because I would have to talk about my crotch, and it made
Uh,
me embarrassed.
Oh, that's what they
Yeah,
count on. That you're gonna
yeah, I
have
know.
too much shame.
I was a kid. I was a kid.
oh my
But
god.
yeah,
That's,
stuff like that.
never, I've never had my balls squeezed, but I fell on my balls, and that doesn't feel good.
You fell on your balls? What is
Yeah, when I was doing what is it, gymnastics and gym class, and I fell right on my. It was like a
like when
straddle.
you doing a split or something?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
straddling like this thing in this gym class with all these tools, like a horse that you jump over and stuff. Like they call it a horse.
oh yeah.
I got this
Yeah.
thing that makes you jump up, and there
Oh,
was
you could do that?
yeah, we had these other things, and this one thing I just my balls landed straight like right
Yikes.
on.
Well, that
And
makes more sense. I was wondering how you. I thought you like tripped and fell and landed on your balls.
it wasn't the horse. It wasn't the horse. It was another thing that I tripped and I didn't trip. I just didn't do it right, and I got my nuts took the brunt, and that was not fun. I'll never
Oh
forget
no, it
that.
never is.
But I've never had my balls
Oh,
squeezed. I mean dude, I would kill the person.
Like what? Like even a doctor?
Well, if somebody
um,
squeezed my balls like that, I would kill them. I don't care who they are.
yeah,
No
well,
doctor would,
oh,
right? No doctor would ever squeeze your balls like that.
Sometimes they do because they check for lumps and stuff.
Yeah, but like
Well,
they
it's
don't really.
gentle. They don't take them,
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
but they
They don't
like roll
manhandle
them
your balls
around and
and
feel.
ah. Oh shoot. Yeah, man. I wish I was born without the damn things.
But it's just like the fifth day in a row. I think we've talked about balls every single day for the last 5 days at least.
Top notch
It's the new
ball
hot
talk.
topic.
Yeah, dude.
We just can't keep balls out of our mouth.
Can't get the balls out of the mouth. Uh, we all got balls in our mouths, plural. What
Sorry.
is that? Six balls? No, no. Technically, that's four balls and one clitoris.
One what?
huh?
Clitoris.
Oh, oh,
Clitoris.
four,
Clitoris.
four
Four
balls and a clit.
balls and one clitoris. Two men and one woman. And we're not trans. I don't think.
I don't think I.
Helena, are you trans? I'm sorry if you are. If
I'm
that.
not.
All right.
I might be
I'm a
Put,
chick.
trans if
I
I
didn't
grew
put
up
my foot in my mouth,
today.
man.
I think
Yeah.
all the gay people are turning trans.
No, I'm just a normal straight chick. That's all I am.
Take care, Bex. Moose. The gang was all here for a brief second. It's-
Oh,
so
we probably messed them up, and we
we probably did. I know it's we traumatized them with our
we probably
balls.
messed them up, and
They're more sensitive than the balls are.
Yeah. Just the thought of it. Yeah, that's
uh,
the thing. You gotta avoid hitting that, no doubt.
yeah, and I don't know. And then sometimes I see a revival, like they had a banana splits, and they would sing that song, one banana, two banana, three banana, four,
Yeah.
and they reused it in that movie. What was that movie? It was called uh, Ass Kicker.
I'm very lost right now. I don't know what this
Oh,
is.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry.
apparently, Zephyr does. Inanna's Bananas.
I've heard it
Well,
before, but I don't know what
Let's
it was
see. But it's
from.
called Banana Splits Ass Kicker.
yeah, the movie, I can't remember if it's Kick Fighter, Ass Kicker. I can't remember now. But there was a girl in it, and she's raised by Nicolas Cage,
Kick
and
Ass. The
Kick
Tra La La
Ass.
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's Kick?
Thank
I
you.
don't think I've heard of Kick Ass.
No?
I
Let
don't
me
think I
look at
want to
it.
see it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, oh, it's that super. Yeah, I think I saw it actually. It's that superhero movie. I forgot it was
Yeah.
called kick ass. Speaking of
So
kick ass,
he trains her to be like a killer,
so
and
Banana Split is somebody from this movie. Hey, ET.
no, they
Oh,
just play the theme music. That's all.
from Banana Splits.
Trackable, you growing your beard back, dude?
No, I'm not growing it back. I'm just not shaving again. You know what I mean?
Okay. You're just not gonna shave again. So you'll have a big floppy mop again.
A floppy mop.
We'll see how far it goes. I do have to trim it up a bit. I got a dance to go to tomorrow,
I
A
mean,
so I
what
got.
you had
dance.
before, you could have like cut all that and literally turned it into a mop. That's like,
Yeah,
no doubt. It looked cool. It looked cool though. I like it. It suits you, but so does not no beard. Either way,
Yeah,
man, you look like a handsome dude.
yeah.
I want to hear about this dance. Is it for school?
yeah. Um, I did it last year because it was my daughter's first year of public school. She was in kindergarten, so now she's in the first grade. And
They have
back in the day,
dances.
they used to do. I think back in the day they called it like the father-daughter dance, but that's a bit exclusive, if you will. So now they call it a tall and small dance,
Oh my
and
god,
I'm
Dean,
gonna take her.
what's
Gonna
that?
take her.
They do dances in first grade.
I mean, it's not it's not like your typical movie dance. It's a bunch of young kids that get dressed up like they're going to a ball or something, and then they just wind up running around chasing each other, playing tag and goofing off.
That
And
sounds
then
Like,
every
fun.
once in a while, you can settle your kid down for 5 seconds and just have a moment and actually, I'm not much of a dancer, so I don't do the hype dancing, but I teach, I do the traditional slow dance with her.
I'm gonna put my video on. I just want to put a shirt and a hat on. My hair
Hmm?
is a mess.
But yeah, it's I
And
don't know,
growing.
it's a function like any other, I guess, but it's a chance for the youngsters to get dressed up real nice and go in and let loose at the school.
Wow, they're starting them early. Hey, Jeff, Chopper. We are gonna have members only streams eventually once I get enough members. But right now you'll get it all for free.
Yeah, I went to one school dance in the 6th grade, the first year of middle school, and my friend's mom was gonna take all the boys that were gonna go, and I showed up to his house. I had nice slacks on, the nicest shoes I had, a button-up shirt tucked in, ready to go. And I get there, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "We're going to the dance, man. What are you doing? You're not even dressed yet." He goes, "I'm wearing this," and it was just a t-shirt and some, baggy. This is the Nirvana era of
Oh yeah.
middle school, and so he made me take off my button shirt. He gave me one of his like surfer style t-shirts that had a scantily clad woman on it, and it was a cool shirt, but it was like a t-shirt. And I was like, okay. And so we go, and I probably would have got made fun of less for overdressing because I got called out for wearing the shirt that he wore to school that same day. And I was like, bro, what did you do to me? Like, yeah, you brought me into the style of how people do these things, but you made me wear the shirt that you wore to school that same day.
Hmm.
Never go to a dance ever again.
Hmm.
That was your last dance ever.
Yeah, I didn't go to prom. I didn't dance again until my wedding.
Oh,
Here goes nothing. I might look like a blue zombie. So let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of blue. Put a hat on. My bed head.
Yeah, style and profiling.
Yeah.
I didn't go to dances.
I didn't either,
Yeah. Neither did I.
Um,
except for Sadie
Well, I
Hawkins.
went to one dance, but that was with a girl I should have asked out, but I just never did.
well, do you guys remember that cartoon Daria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never watched it. That was more of a
Yeah,
tune, right?
it was on yeah, it was on MTV, and yeah, no, dances were like lame to me. And I just thought they were stupid, and so I never went to any of the
they were
dances.
lame. At least ours were.
I can imagine.
I never had any interest in going to one.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. And then I forgot my brother, he didn't go to them either, and he's much more conventional and normal than I am. And I'm like, "Oh, that's right. You didn't go to any of the dances either." And so, yeah, that was weird. Um, but yeah, I was a lot like her. I was a mix between her and her friend Jane. And I had that attitude like, "Oh, this is stupid. Why should I care?" I was like that in high school. It, this is dumb. I don't care. It's,
Yeah.
so,
I was homeschooled, so
Yeah, that's
uh,
right. She did start out on Beavis and Butthead.
yeah, she did.
It was a spinoff.
Well, when I was a teacher, which was like just a few months ago, all my best students were homeschooled.
yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
yeah, they
Um,
were.
you get a lot of free time that you would never get in school, but you also get time to focus on things that'll make your life real. And that's what I
Mhm.
had, writing and music. And that was my thing. I just did it. Math is not my thing at all. I just don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like math either.
I don't read music. I play music. That's it. I listen to music. I hear it. Use ear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you play music, Helena?
Oh, yeah, constantly.
What do you play?
Oh, gosh. Okay. A lot of different things like 90s techno,
I mean,
90s.
do you play instruments? On that.
Oh, yeah, I haven't played instruments in a long time. The only thing I can do is play the first few notes on a trumpet for Jingle Bells. That's all I can do.
There you go. I mean, that's a start. I mean,
Yeah, that's all I can do. Yeah. F F F F F F G F F F F. Yeah, the keys.
but
So that's all I can do.
you don't even need to read music. You could just like listen and say, okay, that note makes that sound. That note makes that sound. That note makes that sound. And then that's that much wind pressure makes it what changes the pitch, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing because I don't play trumpet. That's my guess.
Yeah, and then you have to worry about the spit valve.
Oh yeah, dude. I played clarinet and like having to change the reed. I used to chew on the damn things, man. The the wooden reed on the clarinet. I used to chew on it while I was playing it.
Oh,
Yeah, well, when I was in grade school, I started out on the clarinet, but then I
Yeah.
got tired of it.
Oh, I
But
hate it.
and I went to the trumpet, and I don't know. It, but yeah, that's stupid reed. You have
I
to
know.
keep replacing them, and yeah, it's
I like
stupid.
accordion reeds because they're all steel and they're all individual, and you don't have to replace them unless they break or you overtune them.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a destructive process tuning reeds, harmonica reeds, and accordion reeds. Yeah, have to grind them
Ah,
with the Dremel. Uh, Well, a lot of the purists would say that's bad. No, it's not bad. It's a lot faster than scraping it with a file haphazardly. You know,
Yeah.
journal is much more efficient.
Well, I don't know. I think the 80s and 90s were a fantastical place in history. And um
Absolutely.
yeah, and some of it might have done damage to us,
Yeah,
What you feel that?
but I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up.
that's
I
right,
don't know.
man.
I think it gave me health when I compared to today.
Mm.
It gave me better mental health in a way, yeah, than today. Absolutely.
What can people learn from our generation for mental health?
I
Uh,
can't even say.
well,
Yeah, what you can't tell them to suck it up because they would say that's abuse. So
right?
we can't say that. So,
Well, no, just because they think it's abuse doesn't mean I can't say it.
I
They don't
well,
I
get to
would
define. They don't get to control my speech by what they think abuse is or not.
I would say something maybe, and this might just be me. I've mentioned it before, but maybe not in maybe in a different sense. Um, the ability to detach from situations. So if something is hurting you, um, it's okay to walk away from it. Like, if your video game or whatever was giving you anxiety,
Yeah, turn it
video
off.
games weren't that great back then, so it was so much easier to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to walk away. Or if you were getting bullied, like, some people, the generation before ours would have said, you know, oh, you got to stand up for yourself, you got to fight. But you don't have to. You can walk away and just make that person look foolish, and calm
mhm,
yourself down. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it ends the bullying though when you stand up, because then they can't
But I
yeah,
use you as
mean,
a target anymore.
or
yeah,
even in a job, if the job's not right for you, you don't feel stuck. Just get up and go to
Yeah,
another job.
that's a good one. Yeah, you're right, because that that is what I did many times. If I didn't like something, I just left and went and found something else.
hmm,
I kind of wish I could stuff my 45-year-old mind into my 11-year-old brain and tell it all that it needs to know. And not
sure.
to do this and not to do that, not to do this. I did a lot of stupid shit from a young age till now, even.
Oh.
But
Did you know it was stupid when you were doing it and didn't just
Oh, how do
didn't
I
you
care?
mean,
know?
yeah, I mean, like some things, yeah, but some things, no.
That's
Uh,
why that expression, what is it? Experience is wasted on the youth or something, or
but experience is wasted on the youth. What? Oh,
no, yeah, I'm
you
getting it
mean
wrong.
young, bit like experience when you're young is wasted being it. No, yeah, well, it's not wasted, but it's definitely needed. Experience is definitely needed as a youth, and it's needed as an adult too.
Yeah,
Absolutely, all the way till your dying day. It's a constant learning experience, except maybe in the end times, I guess. End times, you pretty
yeah,
much know everything, right? That you need to know, or whatever, programmed to know something.
oh, yeah, the person in chat, they have it. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. One time I got grabbed in my neighborhood by two girls, and they started flipping me around. And what I did, you know what I did? I bit one on the arm, and they let me go, and I ran home, and I lost one of my shoes.
Oh,
And so I said to my mom, I'm like, "Yeah, I lost a shoe." They were flipping me around, and my mom went over to them, and they said, "Yeah, she bit me. Are you raising an animal?" And my mom said, "Oh, she bit you? Good. Now
ah,
give me her shoe."
yeah, dude. That's
What
right.
what how old were you? What does flipping around mean?
They took me and they grabbed me by, the one she had me by the arms, the other one had me by the legs, and they just started spinning me around, and I
Why? That's
panicked
weird.
because they were bullies. That's
What
why.
how old were you?
You must have been tiny.
Uh, like 10 or something, maybe.
Oh, yeah, they
So you
sound
weren't.
mean.
You were big enough. Wow. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I would
not.
have kicked him in the balls.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have balls. They were girls, so.
Oh.
Well, kick them in the clitoris.
Punched him in the
That,
But
boobs.
I panicked. I totally panicked. It's like, what's happening? Oh my God. So I had a feral reaction and I bit one of them on the arm.
yeah,
And,
that's
but
fair.
fuck them. Fuck them.
That's good, feral man. That's like, yeah, you mess with me, I'm gonna butt your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. It was, yeah. X-Gen childhood is hardcore. Like, you don't
Yeah.
even know.
Yeah, because there's that other self-defense feralness where they say like if you're being attacked, like poop and pee on yourself and smear it all over.
They didn't teach me that one.
But if you do that when you're 10, they're just gonna go tell everybody at school.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't work.
If you get attacked, crap your pants.
Well, you could just take a crap and throw it at them.
Well,
Gigi Allen.
Excuse me, just 1 minute, fellas.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, it didn't occur to me, but
I just outran them. They would chase me on their bicycles after school, and I would run to the public library, which was on the next block, and the old ladies would let me sit behind the desk with them until they left. So I knew if I
wow.
could just make it to the library, I'd be okay.
oh no, man. Yeah, at
Hmm.
least you got that protection, right? Little
Yeah, I
old
kind
lady,
of
sweet
picked
little
on.
lady.
Can't say I ever really got bullied. You know what I mean? I think there's a difference, but
I got
it
teased a
was
lot,
it
but
was
then
still
I
tough.
teased other people too, so it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got fucked with a lot because my eye was crooked. Went
Oh,
Okay.
that way, and it's really fucked up because now I have optic neuritis on my dominant eye. That's the only eye I use, not this eye that was going that way. I was all my life using my left eye, so like 90% of my field of vision is that left eye.
oh, it's
And
still going that way.
yeah, it still is, but like at the same time, no, it's not. Yeah, they fixed it in a way, but now I have to, this is the good eye is affected by optic neuritis. So I was like, double
Oh.
whammy. And then I thought, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I wore an eye patch for the longest time and used this eye that was, it's still very weak, but it was fixed. It wasn't jutting out like that, and they fixed it, so it looks a little better.
I bet that looked cool. It's hard to pick on somebody with an eye patch.
Well, I didn't. I just started recently wearing it when I got the
Oh,
optic neuritis because I don't wear it out. I wear it watching TV, cover my left eye, but I don't do that anymore. I just cross my left eye inward, and it seems to bring back my vision in my left eye. But now it's back. It's gone. It's all a bunch of pixelation. Cross it in. It's much better. And this eye is affected by optic neuritis as well. So no eyeball is excluded.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have 3 eyes. Shit. What's up?
That'd be wild. If you did have 3 eyes, where would you put the third one?
I know, right? It wouldn't really.
The middle of
Be
your
it
forehead.
your head?
The forehead would be bad
You
because.
could put it on your hand, like in that movie.
Oh yeah, like in that movie, The Gate. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, the kid had an eyeball in his hand. He stabbed it with a piece of glass or something, a mirror.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
there's a
was.
good one too. If you ever saw the movie Pan's Labyrinth,
That's the one I was
Oh
thinking.
yeah,
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 with
yeah.
the
That
lawn.
that made me cry. I cried at the
yeah,
end.
the
Yeah.
monster didn't have eyes on its face, but it had eyes on its hands.
Yeah, I remember.
That was wild. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite all-time movies for real.
Yeah, I think that was made by Guillermo
Yeah,
di
is it Del Toro?
Toro?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie I cried, actually. Mhm.
I I saw it on a bootleg version. So
Uh-huh.
it had the original sound, and I still had to read the whole movie, but I watched that movie like every week for a long time. Like I love that movie.
Oh.
Oh,
But you had to read it though.
Yeah, and sometimes you look down to read and you miss a visual, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
okay, I'll catch it next time because I can expect it. And it's like, once you go through that rabbit hole of that movie, it's like, oh man, I can't get enough of that story
Right.
of escaping reality.
Oh,
And
I
I
might try
know, I
watching it
know.
again.
Yeah, that
That's
little girl,
that's
she
what I've
died
come
at the
here
end
for.
though.
I think this is Panel's Labyrinth. Look who's here.
Yeah.
welcome.
How's it
What's in
going?
the back? What's that flame looking thing?
It's a flame.
It can't be. It's not a real flame. What is it?
It's a real flame.
No, I mean that whole get up.
It's my little tiny campfire that's floating.
But what's all the other stuff? It looks like lights and.
Yeah, you have a projector or something?
They're
Oh,
lights.
that's your projector. I see. I got it now.
Ah.
Hmm.
I got another
See,
one
it's
over there
cute.
too. I got some more in there. I don't use lights in my house. Too
What's
bright.
that flag behind you? I don't recognize it.
I think it's the rebel flag. I'm pretty sure.
It looks vinyl. I think that's just the
Vinyl.
lighting.
No,
Or
it's
pleather.
just a regular flag. Yeah, canvas sort of shit. Just because the light's coming through it, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's
No,
covering a
What's
window. That's a window right there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like kind of trans.
It was bright.
It's a curtain. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Curtains.
I
Um,
like it.
does anybody remember the theme song to The Muppets?
I didn't
The
have
Muppet
I didn't
Show?
grow up with the Muppets.
The Muppet Show?
We didn't
Muppet.
have
I remember Muppet Babies.
PBS.
Muppet Babies.
I remember
You should know it.
they had this show that would come on like in the evening. It was a variety show where they have celebrities that would
No,
come on it, and
wasn't
I
it something
hated
like,
it.
no,
I
it
thought
was
it was the
like,
most boring
it's
thing.
time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. It's time to something something. The Muppet Show tonight.
And then Gonzo would come out and his nose would blow up or something.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Doopies. I remember them.
No, one time Alice Cooper was on The Muppet Show, and I just thought that was crazy. That was insane. But
Yeah, he looks like he belongs.
he looks like he belongs.
With that hair.
It's time to
Remember
play the
Animal?
music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. It's time
Yeah.
to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Muppet Show tonight. To introduce
Yeah.
this record, what I'm here to do.
That was like an early rendition or something.
Brandy.
I don't remember that.
That's all.
No, he's reading the right one.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It's
They
time to
might have
play the
updated
music.
it.
I mean, I remember Miss Piggy and Kermit and all of it, but I didn't see the Muppets. They were just pop culture characters, but I didn't actually watch them on TV. I don't
Yeah,
know what-
actually,
I couldn't tell you
yeah,
anything about them. I just know who they
you
are.
reminded me of something cool about Miss Piggy. Okay, so Miss Piggy, she wore evening gloves all the time,
Yeah.
but she knew karate for some reason, and she was
what?
sort of like
She was a
she-
bitch, huh? She was like a
she
ult-
she was
the
kind of
ultimate
street.
Karen.
She was a
She was
Karen.
street.
Yeah.
And if you like messed with her, she'd be like, "Hi, yeah," and then she'd hit you.
Ow, Miss Piggy, stop. Oh, my penis. Ow. Don't do that. I'm from the Teapot.
Kermit.
Kermit.
Yeah,
My
then
Kermit.
Miss Piggy and Kermit had a
An
relationship.
abusive
Yeah.
relationship.
I tried to tell Gonzo, no chapsticks.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember.
Oh no.
She would get super jealous and attack the human guest stars that would come on.
Who, Piggy would?
Yeah, Miss Piggy would. 'Cause they'd
Yeah,
start
they
getting-
they don't sound like very healthy characters.
No.
Like one of
to
those
look up to.
rubbing Kermit's chest. He's like,
Oh, I'm gonna come. No.
and Miss Piggy would just fucking beat the shit out of her.
I think you
She was
I think
totally
you saw the parody version.
No, that's how the
Yeah.
episode goes. For adults. It was an adult show. The Muppet Show.
No, but I loved when they had the baby Muppets. They played that oh god, that big band song called Pennsylvania 65000.
Oh yeah,
Because-
Transylvania 65000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a part 2 to that or no? A sequel?
No.
I'm thinking of something else.
Hmm. Mm. Remember that one baby Muppet?
Which one?
Hit his dad over the head with a frying pan, and he would say,
What is wrong with these Muppets? Like, why are they showing this stuff to kids?
well, that one might have been a dinosaur.
Yeah, that was, I believe that show
Oh,
was
the
called
dinosaurs. The dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
I
the
used to
Muppets.
watch that.
Well, they're technically Muppets.
Yeah,
At
the
least that
baby.
one.
I remember that.
I
used to
even
love
saw
dinosaurs.
it was like the last episode, and they're all in the house, and it's snowing outside, and it's like the telling of the coming of the ice age,
Mm.
and
Oh,
it's yeah,
I should
and they
rewatch that. I haven't.
looking out the
was
window talking like we don't know what's gonna happen, and then it's like that was the last episode.
the
Uh-oh.
It was a big
dinosaurs.
show.
I believe
thought it
that's
was
the
an
clip
alien.
that I saw.
Well,
Yeah,
It's called
they-
Dinosaur.
tried to
4
revive
seasons. It ran for 4 seasons.
It's cold in
they
here.
tried to revive the Muppet Show, and one time Prince was on.
Oh,
Yeah.
good thing R. Kelly
Yeah,
was
and it seemed like he really enjoyed being on the show.
on. Oh.
But yeah, he's on one of the episodes that's a revival of the Muppet Show. Yeah.
There's a few shows. I don't know if you think that that dinosaur show. I don't know if you think that was a good ending or not. But there is a few shows that didn't end too good. That were very big shows that people got very much into. And back in the day, it was hard to watch things because it wasn't just readily available. So I think I missed like the endings to pretty much all the shows. I never got. I mean, I tried to watch the last episode of X-Files, but for some reason I missed it. I mean, that was pretty hard to miss. But all those shows, like, I don't think they were promoted as much as the X-Files, so they just went under the table. But I did finish I went back and I watched these. Oh, I like these old shows. I watched them when I was a kid. So I rewatched them, on Netflix or something. One was uh, Third Rock from the Sun. Do you remember Third Rock from the
I
Sun?
hated that show.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could never get into that.
I
Yeah.
love
I
that show.
never
It's a
got the
great show.
humor ever.
But
I thought it was funny.
it didn't end very good. They just go back to their planet, and he doesn't even take Mary with her. He like karate chops her out and like lays her down on the ground, and they just fucking fly away. They leave the planet. I was like, that's not how it should have ended. They should have been like, no, we're staying here because we love Earth and we love the people and shit.
No.
We fell in love
Aw.
with people here.
Yo.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you
And
mean about
Sliders. Does anybody remember?
Yeah, I remember
I
Sliders.
kind of vaguely remember. Is that where they'd go through time or other dimensions?
Mhm.
They go
What if
through
you could
other
travel to
dimensions.
different
They go through
Same
pocket
planet.
dimensions.
Yeah.
Huh?
but everything else is completely different. Yeah, I got into the Jerry O'Connell, So it ended. I think a couple of seasons back, the main character just, I guess, had something else better to do and vanished from the show. And their excuse was that he was caught in between the sliding. How they go through the portal. He was stuck in between there. And then the other main character, the female main character, they said at the end she was trapped on. And this is what they said on the show. You can go back and look it up. This is what they said. She's trapped on a rape planet.
Ah,
Oh,
oh,
what?
And that's a rape planet version of the Earth where people get essayed all the time.
no, dude.
I don't
Like
remember
the
that.
Earth is
Yeah.
rape
Yeah.
I
environment.
mean, it didn't say it a
I did
bunch of
watch that
times.
show.
It was towards the end of the show, so it was like, and that's how it ends. Just they never save her, and also Earth, the Earth that he started out with, turns out to not be his Earth or something like that, and just gets destroyed. So the Earth that we know it, because we all started out on that Earth. If we're watching the show, that was our Earth, and destroyed. So that show did not end good. Anybody else
Yeah.
watch a show that they loved that found out it didn't end good? Third Rock from the Sun. Anything
Yeah,
like that?
that's. I do
Hmm.
remember that show though. Was the professor with the beard? Was he the guy who was the Hawkman in Flash Gordon?
Was he fat? Because he's a fat guy. Rembrandt, I think his name.
Well, he was, he was kind of big, but he had a beard and
He
he
was-
was British.
Oh, he was in a
and-
lot of things, so it might have been because I definitely seen him in another show.
Yeah, I do like the 80s version of Flash Gordon. I do. But I
The movie?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and Queen did the song for it.
Yeah, they did all the songs. Yeah. Flash. Oh,
I gotta
he
hop off.
saved every one of us.
I gotta hop off and eat some food. I haven't eaten all day.
Okay,
brother.
Go eat
Busker.
something.
Take
Yeah,
care.
gotta
Get
eat
something to
some food.
eat.
All right, see you guys.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Dayman, fighter of the night, man, champion of the sun. He's I forget.
No, I just remember- I don't know. I just remember the lyrics. It's like, he saved every one of us. Dun, dun, dun. And it's like,
Yeah, I remember. I've heard it, but I never watched it. But I've heard it. I've been around.
oh,
I've
you
been
should watch the movie.
It's
actually,
it's right up there with Barbarella and Zordon.
yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
Barbarella.
Barbarella, Jane Fonda.
Barbarella with Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda.
Oh, I don't
Oh my
know.
God! You can't. You
That
have
was
to say Barbarella.
French. That was based on a French comic.
Barbarella.
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 Yeah, that one's a little more weird, but no, but seriously,
Flash
the 80s
Gordon.
Flash Gordon. Yeah. Oh, Timothy Dalton is in that, and yeah, there's some people. Yeah, I don't know. Max von Sydow, he's in it.
In Flash
Yeah.
Gordon.
I'm gonna fuck you in the butt, fuck you in the puss, Barbara.
No, he played Ming the Merciless. Yeah.
Ming the Merciless. Is that a wrestler?
Yeah.
That's a wrestler. Yeah.
No,
a
that
bad
was
dude.
he was the dictator on that, I'll say planet. Wasn't
Oh,
really, but yeah, you know, Max von Sydow, he was in The Exorcist. You know,
the power of Christ compels you.
tall guy, British, usually has a mustache.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. The old guy that always knows things.
Yeah, him.
I can
Yeah,
tell
like
you.
I'd like to
Is this
become
a
that.
reading
I'd like to
personal?
become that person. She who knows things. She who
I'm
knows
the old
things.
guy that knows things in the movies. Let me just open up
Who
this
thought
book
a Max
here.
von Sydow impression would be so funny?
Ah, yes, the poll says that you must kill a lamb underneath the pale moonlight. This is the only way to save your unborn.
Yeah, you need to watch it though. You really do.
Okay.
But I don't know. If you haven't seen The Exorcist, hey, I can't help you.
Oh my
You're on
god, I
your own
can't
there.
even relate that somebody
No,
hasn't seen The Exorcist.
I mean, I've watched it, but I haven't watched the whole thing. After she masturbates with the crucifix, I come and turn it off. So
Uh,
You're missing the climax.
well,
no, that was
yeah,
my
it's a
climb.
little more complicated than that. But yeah.
I shout out, "The power of Christ compels you," and I jizz all over.
Stick a climax.
Oh, they just wanted to show that she was going through puberty. That was the whole point of that scene.
Oh,
That she was going through puberty.
I'm just joking. I don't.
It's okay.
What a way to go through puberty.
Not a
What a way to come of age.
girl.
I
Yeah.
didn't think you were joking. I thought you were serious. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with this guy?
Just a healthy libido. That's all. Don't worry.
Oh, it's okay. I just don't admit to the things that I do.
Mm-mm.
No, I do.
You got to put it out there. You got to confess. Power of
Oh,
Christ.
No.
Why do you have to? Nobody needs to know what everybody masturbates to.
Sure. Sure they do. What if they don't know what to masturbate to? It might help them. I'll just throw on The Exorcist. Just fucking puking, her head spinning around. I'm fucking.
Yeah, then they took out the scene where she, what did they call it? The
The spider walk.
Oh.
something, yeah, something like that. And so in most versions you don't see that, which I happen to think is overkill myself. But oh no, it's the crab walk, Jeff.
Yeah, when she walks down the stairs backwards. I have
Yeah.
the deleted scenes version, so I can
Yeah.
put all that in there.
Yeah, if you watch it, they usually don't have that scene in it. And not only that, if you watch, I don't know if you guys ever heard of that channel, Red
Yeah.
Letter Media.
I didn't know. I didn't see it
Heard
till I
of
was.
it.
What?
I've heard of it. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever checked it out.
Yeah, Red Letter Media, they talk about movies. These guys are production guys. They worked on plenty of movies and they talk about film. And they mentioned how like Linda Blair was like really abused on that set. She was like traumatized.
Yeah, she was. I've heard that too. Like she had to
Oh
go through
God.
years of therapy,
Do movies.
Yeah.
I don't think she did too many movies after that.
and they kept the room cold.
Yeah.
Like the room, like her breath. You could see her breath. Everything. It's because the room was actually cold.
Yeah.
They didn't have CGI.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
If you want your breath to be seen, you have to be in a cold room. That's the only way to do it. The only way. Unless they got her to smoke. Here, before you say your line, take a
No.
big drag of this cigar. Well, it's either that or we got to make the fucking room cold.
No, it was the part when she kept like they kept like bouncing her off the mattress back
Oh,
and forth,
yeah.
back and
Oh,
forth.
I love that part.
That fucking
Yeah,
Lost
and
my
then
antlers.
you lost your antlers.
uh-oh.
They'd slam.
And-
He'd slammed her up and down on that bed. On the
But
bed.
you know, at some point you could hear her scream like, help me. And it's like that was real. Like it's like dudes, you can't do that to a little girl. You
Didn't-
can't.
She's getting paid
But they
handsomely
did it.
for it.
They did it.
Well, I don't know. I don't
It's
think
called
people got
theater.
paid very good back then. I don't know. Even
Don't
for
Yeah.
coddle her.
didn't it fuck up too? And they like missed the bed or something, and she like hit something.
I
heard
don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a lot worse than just the bed. I think something fucked up, and she got hurt.
The red letter media guys, they covered it much better than I'm explaining it. So
Red. You've got
Yeah.
red in you. Shaun of the Dead, that's a good movie too. You gotta watch the outtakes. Not outtakes, but there's like different versions to the scenes. Have you ever watched Shaun of the Dead?
yeah, but my favorite movie by those guys, it's actually a comedy action movie. It's called Hot Stuff.
Hot
No,
Fuzz.
it's called Hot Fuzz. Sorry.
Hot Fuzz, yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
I like that movie a
I
lot.
like that, but I don't know. I still think that Shaun of the Dead was the masterpiece.
Is it
I
the
know,
same
but
people?
yeah, it's the same people, but the tonal shift in Shaun of the Dead,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like when the mom turned, it's like,
Oh.
okay, yeah, it was a little, I don't know. It was a
Well,
little
it's a
off.
zombie movie. Everyone dies. It's a zombie movie.
Yeah, I know, but they went totally sad when they were going satire before, and so I don't know. That's
Well,
just me.
that's how the world is. You know, you're funny and you got sad.
That's
It's
how
not
the
just
world is.
We tried to watch the
I
end
think
of
he
the
went.
world.
He was going through something different. It wasn't just a plain out, flat out comedy where ridiculous things happened. It was kind of like real, but also
Yeah, I know, but it was
funny.
it was like,
Oh yeah.
oh, we're gonna make fun of this. We're gonna make fun of a zombie apocalypse, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
suddenly my mom, she's turned into a zombie, and it was like really like, oh shit, this is sad, and yeah, the tonal shift was a little, I like the movie, but no, guys, seriously, Hot Fuzz, watch that.
Pointing that gun
I've
at my
seen it.
mom. Stop exacerbating things. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Kill the queen. Yeah, that's a good. But yeah, there's a if you want to look at it, if you want a good laugh, look up Shaun of the Dead, Funky Pete. Oh, that was the name I was looking for. Pete, I said leave him alone. And then he shoots him in the eye. But yeah, there's a scene in that movie where Pete, their roommate, comes down and they're all drunk listening to music, and he gets all pissed. He's like, "It's 4 in the fucking morning, and I gotta be to work at fucking 5 a.m. and you're listening to this fucking shit." And so they wanted to make like a TV version, so they switched it. And there's a thing out there if you look up Funky Pete, because he goes, "It's 4 in the fucking morning." And 4
No,
fuckers in my work.
No, I just thought it was funny. Sean was so preoccupied with his personal problems that he didn't notice that the apocalypse was happening.
That was a great part. I love that part.
He
it
went into
wasn't
the
even known that
convenience
he was
store.
so concerned about his own life. He was just waking up early in the morning, and you wouldn't notice this shit. You just
No,
be
he
looking
went into the
down.
convenience store, and it was like, obviously somebody had died.
There's
Like
blood.
there was like a
Slipped
blood.
in
And he slipped in, and he didn't even like examine it. Like, oh yeah, that was a blood trail. That
No, in real life, you go, oh, somebody spilled something. This story, it happens. I've walked in here and somebody slipped. I don't gotta look at it. You don't look at everything all day. That's how real life would be. You're not gonna pay attention to everything until the one thing happens. There's a girl in the garden. What? Then you're gonna go, oh shit.
Oh yeah. Then they said, and one of them said, "Oh my God, she's so drunk," because he didn't realize she was a zombie.
Hang on a second. He goes and gets a camera.
Hey, I've been through a situation. Let me say this: like, you wake up early in the morning to go to work. You get up early because you have to stop at the convenience store to get cigarettes. You show up at the one that's on the way, and you pull up, and there's a bunch of cop cars, and they got robbed, and somebody got shot, and they're like, "Hey, you can't go in there." And it's like, "Well, what's going on?" It's like, "Hey, They got robbed. Somebody got shot. The store is closed. And I'm like, what do you mean the store is closed?
I didn't do it.
I need my cigarettes. And it's like, bro, you're gonna have to go someplace else. And it's like, now I'm gonna be late because I gotta go to the store that's out of the way, and I gotta get to work. Hey, what? I'll give you cash from here. I don't even have to go inside. Will somebody go inside? Bro, get out of here. It's like, okay, great service. And it's like, yeah, somebody had a very bad day. A crime was committed, violence, blood, all that stuff. And it's like, dude, you're going to separate me from my cigarettes?
I'm gonna give you some advice. Never ever stop somewhere on the way to work. I hate it when I have to stop somewhere. I was out of cigarettes too the other day, but you know what I did? I just go, well, if I want a cigarette on my way back, just gonna have to fucking wait till I get to the store because I ain't stopping on my way. Because you know there's gonna be a problem. You know there's gonna be a problem. If there's not a fucking robbery, there's gonna be some old fuck in front of you getting lottery tickets, scratching them off right there, and then handing them off in front of you. The fuck out of here!
You're on fire.
Give me the money.
Stopping
Save yourself some time.
You're on fire, dude.
It's always an old fuck buying lottery tickets. Whenever a line is not moving at a fucking gas station, it's an old fuck buying lottery tickets every single time.
No, you know what I hate actually? I smoke, and it's like if I try to buy them in the grocery store, they seem to get really mad because they have to send somebody to the aisle.
So that's their job. You paying for that.
I know. It's like I'm standing in the store, they're there. Okay. Now, but everybody thinks you're a piece of shit if you smoke. Okay, so it's like you just stand there like an asshole, and and they're like, okay, here I go. And then if anybody's in line behind you, they look. There's like, oh, look at this dirty smoker.
Who's this boomer doing lighting an actual
They
cigarette?
slow the line down.
If you're gonna smoke, you gotta own all that. That comes with the territory of smoking.
Still lighting things on fire like a caveman. What are you, some kind of boomer? Why don't you have an e-cig like the rest of us, working on a big giant fucking box?
Well, first of all, cigarettes are combustibles, and I always thought it would be really great if there would be a band called the Combustibles.
I'm surprised there isn't. Are you sure there isn't?
Yeah, it's combustibles, things you set on fire, like fireworks, cigarettes, things like that. I thought that, yeah. But yeah, I hate being a smoker, but it's like I need them, and it's like when they give you a hard time, it's like, please don't give me a hard time. I'm buying these.
Do you like gonna make me stop smoking?
There is a band from Bombay, India called the Combustibles.
Your dirty lips are not going to cure me of my addiction, fucking assholes.
There was.
No, you're not. Yeah, it's really, it's like.
So you don't like? Wait, what did you say? You don't want to smoke, but you have to smoke, something like that.
It's called addiction.
Yeah, it's addiction.
Okay, but you can quit smoking. You can quit easily.
Good thing I'm addicted to love.
No, nicotine is a very serious addiction.
I've quit 2 or 3 times. It's very easy. It took a weekend.
Okay, Jeff.
It's out of your system in 3 or 4 days. The rest
it's a myth. It ain't gonna bother you. You can stop whenever you want.
Yeah, I know, but the physical activity of actually doing it—that's even a part of it. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like, okay, Jeff, you're stronger than me. Yeah, congratulations, but I'm not. It's like I kind of like the things. I like them.
I don't even know why. I smoke weed because it gets you high. What the fuck does cigarettes
That's
do?
what I was gonna say.
Does it really calm you down? Maybe. I almost got in a car. I hit a deer and I was smoking a cigarette. It made me feel a lot better. So I don't know. Maybe it does.
I mean, you know.
I got a couple.
Depending on what you're drinking, if you drink coffee with a cigarette, it pipes you up. If you drink alcohol with a cigarette, it calms you down.
Oh.
And that's the thing about nicotine. And might be different for you fellows because you're bigger than me. And I don't know if you.
Sorry.
Well, no, I don't know. I think men don't I don't know. Alcohol is different for you than for women, I
Hmm.
think,
Is it?
because we're
Hmm.
smaller or something. I don't know.
Tastes the same to me.
No, I mean, like I've heard men say, I'm a mean drunk," and it's like you're a mean drunk because alcohol, what it does to me, it just makes me, it slows everything down. My nervous system is slowed down. So when I hear a
Maybe.
guy say, "Oh, I drank and I got into a fight," it's like, how? What do you? I can't relate to it.
No, it just is every. I mean, I'm already at a fucking. I already have heightened emotions, so like, if I'm having
Yeah.
fun and whatnot, I can have fun and be just fine. But if you cross me the wrong way, I'll I'll
Oh,
bite
I
your
don't
dick.
know. I don't know. Maybe it's a man thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
But
man.
you know,
When you brought up that other word, it made me thought of a joke that I made up, and I'm really proud of this joke. So I'm going to tell you all, and it goes a little something like this. My wife, she said that I should be more spontaneous, so I combusted.
you combusted.
Spontaneous combustion. You ever hear
Oh,
of that?
yeah, okay.
And this joke isn't mine, but something. Oh shit! No, I forgot it. I don't know what joke. No, nope. I forgot it. Something else you guys were talking about that reminded me of a fucking joke that everybody tells you. Like, yeah, I can't remember it now. I lost it. It's gone. I combusted.
Well, when it comes to like going through the line and buying stuff,
Yeah.
um, like you were saying about like okay, you piss other customers off because they have to go get your cigarettes for you and stuff like that. Right, I drink beer, um, and I go to the same store, um, especially on my days off. There's like two stores mainly that I go to. There's the one on the way home, and there's the one for my day off. And they're convenience stores, gas stations, whatnot. And
Okay.
it was Memorial Day, and I had the day off, and I go in and I get my 12 pack of beer, and I ask for 2 packs of cigarettes, and it was a Sunday,
Uh-huh.
and she um I don't know if it was a Sunday or a Monday, but she asked me. She didn't ask me. It was a shorter, older white woman, very Southern Christian, and she was like buying beer on the Lord's Day, huh? It's like
Oh,
this is supposed to be a this or a that, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, bitch, if you only knew. It's like I I kind of talked about the rainy weather outside and how it's like, kind of morose and significant of loss because, people that are off on that day, they try to do their barbecues and celebrate, having a holiday or whatever.
yeah.
But my thing is, it's like, you know how many people don't get to drink beer and grill out anymore? I'm doing it for them. That's what was in my brain. And as soon as the words came out of her mouth, and she was in training there, the other woman
What?
that was training her like tapped her on the shoulder and kind of was like, "Yeah, don't do that shit. Don't
Yeah.
shame people for purchasing our products." You know
Don't
what I'm
shame
saying?
the customers, Mary.
Well, I mean,
Especially when
God,
this
I mean,
this
I
dude's been coming here for 10 years, buying beer and cigarettes and being a good dude, a good customer. Don't shame him for buying beer on Memorial Day of all days. Because, I tend to wear some stuff that points some facts, but, you know, she felt like her opinion mattered about my purchase. And
they think
I
it's
don't, s-
okay.
I
I
don't
get
see
blamed
her
for buying
anymore.
cigarettes because of where I can't really explain this too well because I can't talk about my job, but because of where I work, people see my tag and they go, why are you buying cigarettes if you work there? Dude, what don't
Where
like do
can
you want me to buy
now I'm
them or not?
where you work where you can't buy cigarettes?
It's not that I can't. No, it's not. It's not that. It's just that I can't. I can't really explain it too well. It's just that.
Is it like a priest collar, a priest smoke? What? Okay,
no.
you got me.
No,
What job
I
is
don't
it
really.
weird to be
How
seen
about let's
buying
just stop with it.
cigarettes?
Let's just not question anymore.
Okay.
It's
I
too
can't
late.
talk
The
about
brain's
it.
going.
But yeah,
I'll
it's
try to
kind
do
of
it
like
quietly
people
in the
see that
background.
and they go, "Oh, yeah," and they go, "Well, what the fuck? You want me to buy them or not?" I want to fucking complain when people fucking say that shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Just
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I have felt like shit for buying them, and you know,
That's your own guilty conscience.
that's my own guilty conscience. Well,
Because
that's everyone.
nobody, I
No,
mean,
that's every.
what are people in line supposed to think about the person that holds up the line to get cigarettes when they
I
don't
don't know
smoke themselves?
because everybody
There's no
in line,
positive way to feel about that person. So you just have to
I'd be pissed
like
at the.
take that as part of the consequences of smoking a cig. Like
I wouldn't
it,
be
I
pissed
mean,
at the
it's
person. I'd be
different.
pissed at the store
A
clerk
price
being
check.
slow.
If you
what?
picked up pears that didn't have a sticker on them, you're going to have a price check. Are you going to
No, they
complain
should
about
know
that?
that shit. They're supposed to know the fruits how much they cost without having to check every time.
No. But like I wouldn't
well,
get pissed at the person getting the cigarettes. I'd be pissed at the people working at the store for being slow. Like, okay, she needs cigarettes, go get her fucking cigarettes. But they're gonna go, oh, you get this because you gotta unlock
I mean, I don't
them.
think badly about people because they do it for liquor too. If you buy hard liquor, they keep that locked up.
yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
think badly about either one. I'm like, okay, I just gotta wait for them to go get the cigarettes or the liquor.
yeah.
But it's
But there are a lot of assholes
same
out
as
there, and
waiting
that's why
for
she
anything
feels bad.
else.
Because there are assholes out there. They don't get it. Everything's about them. And you're taking up
Yeah,
their
but that's
time
that's
because
their problem. She shouldn't take that on.
well, you can't
Zephyr.
help but fucking think about that shit.
I,
If
yeah,
you're a person that cares about, like I'm a decent person and I care about bothering people. Like I don't cut people off in traffic and shit. I feel
yeah,
bad about
yeah.
bothering
you're gonna end
people,
up neurotic.
even if they're assholes. It shouldn't
Jeff,
be
I'm already neurotic.
Oh, well,
You
there
know,
you
it's
go.
it's too far gone. Yeah, it's too far gone. I'm already neurotic. Yeah. So that's why I feel bad about the cigarette thing. But you know, uh, but they, I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it anymore. But it's just stupid. It's it's
Do
like
they say
you
something, or you just like in your head
It just takes a long
you're
time.
imagining what they're thinking?
Look you all dirty. I know. I remember the same thing if you want like liquor that's locked up as well. Like when you buy it at the grocery store, like and they don't have a separate section for liquor.
Or condoms,
Or yeah,
I
something
mean,
that's
I
locked
could
up.
care less if I
and
need
you're there
something
with
and
a
well,
people have to wait. If that's how the
I
store's
know
set up, there's nothing I can do about it.
hi
but
Zephyr.
I just totally understand what she's talking about because I used to be really like conscious of that as well. Or like if
Yeah,
you were writing a check back whenever checks used to be a thing,
Oh yeah,
like yeah.
nope, I don't
people
care.
get really
They
pissed when
just
I
gonna
ask for
sit there and
condoms
wait while I
because when they
write my
come
check.
back, I ask for smaller ones.
I still like to pay with change, like actual loose change.
Oh, I hate you.
Now I just do it to piss people off, like, but
You look through your fucking purse. You go, let me see. It was
yeah,
a
like
You
dime.
deliver. You really do it to piss
Oh no,
people
I
off.
got a nickel in
Like,
here somewhere. I know it's in here somewhere. Just give
nickel.
me my-
I'm
no,
getting
I
really
I gotta
fucking
tell you,
someone's day today. I got all these pennies.
I did
No,
work in sales for a short time, and when people would pull out a check, I was like, oh shit,
yeah, now I
What if
just
they're
do
just buying milk?
process this check. It's,
All you do is like run it through the little thing in the
yeah, I know.
register
You
and
know what?
stamp
The
it,
thing
and
was,
then
the stupid thing didn't always process them right, and it was like you know run it through like 3 or 4 times. It's fine. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know, too much empathy, I guess.
Did anyone ever try to buy like a gallon of milk with a check and it was already open and he was wearing a robe?
No, I sold clothes. I
His
sold
name was
clothes when I did sales, so it
oh,
was nothing about milk.
no, his name was the Dude. You don't remember him?
The dude,
The
yeah.
Dude, man. Man, I'm the Dude. Just call me the Dude, man.
Yeah, what
Dude,
if you
we're
like
brought
brevity?
the whole room together, man.
oh my god, dude.
You just wanted
Yeah,
to
that
write
carpet,
records.
No, the
snorted.
carpet the carpet really pulled things together. And the,
Rug pulled the room together, man. The Big Lebowski. I think she got it. Did you catch that? Did
yeah.
you? Okay, I got it. All right, that's good. I don't know what people get and what people don't get sometimes. It's nice when people actually
Yeah,
get
me
my
neither.
obscure shit. That's a great. The opening scene to that movie is just the fucking best. He's walking around a fucking convenience store with a robe, and he gets a fucking carton of milk, and he takes a sip, and he pays for it with a fucking check.
I think he looks like Jack Talcott.
What? Who?
The dude. I think he looks like Jack Talcott.
Who's Jack
Jude
Taka?
You guys don't know him?
Oh, you don't
gosh.
know Jack? He's
No.
a YouTuber.
You don't know Jack.
Oh.
People
Uh
Mm-mm. I
enjoy
only know YouTubes that are
following.
open panel.
Is he still doing panels?
Yeah, he did one earlier today. He was
Here,
doing
I'll drop his channel.
his best Christian impression ever.
Christian
Yeah, it was
impression?
Yeah.
about God's love.
I
Yeah.
can't do a Christian impression,
I
but I
thought
can
they were
do
all
an
about
Edge
God's love.
impression.
He just sounds like he's trying to convince himself more than anybody else, but whatever.
He
It
sounds
doesn't-
pretty convinced to me.
yeah.
And then God took he forth a carrot, and everyone knew it was so because it was orange with a green.
My favorite color.
no, do you guys remember that that scene in Ghostbusters where Gozer says, "Are you a god?" And Ray says, "No." Then Gozer says, "Then die." And then she like electrifies them or whatever.
What
And
show?
then Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I just remember the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper.
I only
Do
saw
you
it.
remember
Yeah,
that
right,
scene?
right.
Remember
Yeah,
that
and
scene
then
where they crossed their streams?
yeah, they cross the streams.
Yeah, they
But
were in the
after that,
restroom.
Oh
huh?
my god, I never got that joke before, the crossing streams. That's hilarious.
Thank
Yeah,
me,
you
you're
can't
pissing
cross
on my
the
shoes. Sorry.
All I know, I just know the last line. It's like, Ray, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
We came, we saw, we kicked their ass.
I like Slimer a lot. And the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I look like a marshmallow.
Actually, that movie was kind of perfect in a way. Like, the tonal energy, it's like the library scene with the ghost and it scared them off. That was scary. But then when it was funny, it was funny. That movie was kind of perfect. I would say another movie that was kind of perfect tonally is Scream. So it had humor, but it had horror. But it didn't lag in between those two things. I think they really handled the tonal differences really
What do
well.
you think the scariest movie that you watched when you were a kid was?
Schindler's List.
Really?
Uh,
For you, what do you consider a kid? Because I didn't watch that until I was maybe 14.
Creep show.
Mine was
I always was
fantastic.
scared of the Headless Horseman.
What, Bambi?
That's a serious answer. When I was a kid, I was
What
I was
is a
scared of the
phantasm?
Headless Horseman.
Yeah, the one with the balls. That
Phantasm. Oh
Balls.
no.
Balls again.
was so scary because I was like, they could go through anything and you could not
One with
escape
the
them. I
balls.
was like, that was just horrible.
Yeah, that was scary. Yeah.
Well, the T-1000 could change into anyone. That's pretty scary. That's a scary movie.
No, he squished them into like smaller people and sold them off as slave labor to other planets. And it's
Ernest Scared
like, oh, I never
Stupid.
saw that coming.
Ernest
That
Scared
was
Stupid
weird.
pretty scary. They turned the children into little wooden things. That troll thing, you know,
Oh,
Miak. Ernest Scared Stupid. You ever seen it?
I can
yeah.
say I can say it really got to me. That's
I didn't like
the,
that one.
the,
It was,
original-
read the book
the
before.
original It.
What about The Shining?
That was good. I didn't. I didn't think it was scary. And that
No.
Scan movie was really great as well. I thought all the Stephen King movies were good.
I saw the old lady come out of the tub. I came and I turned it off, so I don't know much about it.
No. Danny, come play with us.
Danny!
Tell, are you talking about the
Twins.
original? I
Those
watched
twins
that
in
the
the
other day.
hallway.
I think Teletubbies is
Oh, the
scary.
TV show.
Scatman Crothers. He was in both that
Yeah.
movie and One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. That is a great movie, One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest. If you
With
haven't
Nurse
seen it, you have to
Ratched.
watch it.
Well, I could swear Scatman did a voice on the cartoon Transformers.
He might have.
Am I nuts?
I'm a scatting man. Skip it bop bop
No, there was a Transformer named Jazz. Wasn't that him?
Maybe. I think so. Could have been. I don't know.
I could
think
swear
I
that
heard
was
something
him.
about that. Yeah.
But, you know, I always liked him, and he was in that.
I'm a scatting
Oh, he was in that movie when he did Twilight Zone, the movie. And he was in that. And he was in the episode, like, it was like 3 different, it was like an anthology. And he was in the episode where he went to an old, he went to an old folks home, and he let them, I don't know what he was, an angel? He might have been. And he let them be young for a while. And they're like, oh, why didn't you become young like us? And he said, like, oh, I'm fine the way I am. And everybody decided to be old again because that's what they were. And except for the one kid. You guys know what I'm talking about? Nobody's saying anything.
A little bit. I think so.
Strike it.
Twilight's on the movie. Oh, you theater kid. You're such a theater kid.
I'm a scatting man.
I could swear he was a Transformer, though. I could swear.
He was.
No, I think he was just trans.
Oh, are you
Scatman
seeing it, Jack?
Crothers.
Yeah.
That was him.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm not crazy.
No,
Not about that.
but do you think One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest is a great movie? I think it's a great movie.
What is?
It's one of my favorites. One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's one of my favorites. Love it.
I kind
and
of
the
like
bear.
Yanta too, actually.
Hmm?
Yanta and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, all those juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same poster that Scatman Crothers had in Shining in his house. I have it in my bedroom. Think about that painting, the woman with the fro. Never mind.
I hate when I mention, like, sometimes I mention movies and people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. So but okay, for example, okay, The Warriors.
Warriors come out to
Come
play.
out and play.
Tink, tink,
What
tink.
Private with Johnny Depp.
Yay! You knew what I was talking about. It's okay.
Actually, my subconscious probably did because that was just accidental.
Oh.
It does that. It's way smarter than I am.
If you're a fan of Nicolas Cage, check out Vampire's Kiss. That's a very ridiculous movie. That is one of my favorites.
I'm a real vampire.
It was so weird. Where he was like that fat guy. That was like,
guy.
Yeah, he was really fat, and he like.
Vampire's Kiss?
No, I don't think that's what it's called. It was like he was a guy. It was almost like it reminded me a lot of the one where he was riding the motorcycle, but he was like a trucker guy.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a I don't know. At this point, things have been happening really weird all week. I would not doubt it.
Huh?
If it was a Mandela.
In the Vampire's Kiss, he's not a real vampire, but he's like a crazy person that thinks they're turning into a vampire. So he wants to get like vampire teeth, so he goes to like a fucking weird store that sells like, you know, magician tricks and costumes and shit. So he can't he finds a nice pair of fucking like ceramic fangs that you put in, but they cost too much. So he has to buy the cheapies. How about the cheapies? Where they're just the old fashioned plastic teeth, you know, the plastic old kids teeth that you get.
Oh, like
So,
yeah, the Halloween teeth.
yeah, he goes on a park bench and he just rips the package apart and he puts in the teeth. And he goes, and the music like dun dun dun, and then he just gets off the bench and crawls away.
Yeah, Mary
I
Conchita
feel like
Alonso
I
was
don't
in
even
that
have to
movie.
see the movie now.
You don't. He goes into a nightclub. There's a big line out front, but he just walks up to the fucking bouncer, punches him in the stomach, and walks in. And he just walks through this crowd with the fucking fangs just going.
Wasn't Maria Conchita Alonso in that?
Oh, I love her.
She could have been. I don't. That's a lot of words right there.
I think she was.
I think, yeah, she might have been the lady that had. I thought that she would show her tits, but she's got something covering her tits. If you look closely, if you put it in like slow
sounds
motion,
like her.
she's got like things covering her nipples. So she's terrible, and she has hairy armpits. I think if this is the actress that I'm thinking of, she has hairy armpits.
Like Dolly Parton at the Super Bowl like a couple years back.
What?
She's wearing a bodysuit, Dolly Parton, when she was at the Super Bowl.
She didn't
It was
just
like-
have like skin colored things over her areolas. Like pastries. That's what this woman was wearing, like pastries.
You mean
Pasties.
Pasties, not pastries. Pastries is something you can eat.
on her tits?
I would like a girl that would put pastries instead of pasties over their nipples. A good
Yeah.
croissant.
Yeah, just not anything down there because you don't want to
Honey
get this
bun.
No, you don't want to put no jelly filled nothing down there. You know what I'm saying?
sugar or yeah,
Cream
Nothing.
cheese.
sugar when moist.
Ooh.
Also,
Girl,
I
you
think Jennifer Beals was in that movie. Who was in Flashdance?
Oh, that might have been the girl I'm thinking of, Jennifer Beals. Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
hot.
She was in
she had
Four
hairy
Rooms, too.
armpits.
I don't know. I don't remember armpits, but
One of them had hairy armpits. That's all I know, and she covered her
dude.
nipples.
Okay, we got it. Hairy armpit.
I don't care about the hairy armpits. I care more that she covered her nipples.
You want what? You want her to be covered in nipples?
No, I was.
That would-
I'm
that
mad
would be
because
Covered
weird.
in nipples.
No,
Nipple
it's not
things.
that she covered her nipples.
Oh,
You only need two. Okay.
What is it?
thanks. We need them very badly. Thank you.
So.
Hmm.
I don't have nipples. I must not be a woman.
Mm.
I have nipples.
No,
Yeah,
I said
everyone
nipple.
has nipples. What
Oh,
the fuck happened to your
nipples?
nipples? Did you
I
sand them off?
No, I just said nimples.
Oh,
Nimples?
nimpoles. What are nimpoles?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
I have a
Oh.
nimpole.
Nipple.
Just one?
Yep.
I have an inverted nipple and a right side out or a regular one. They're different.
Oh, well, that's no. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
You have an innie and an outie?
An innie and an outie. Yes, I do.
Nice.
They're called Rin and Stubby.
A lefty and a righty.
Do you think if I sucked it hard enough, I can make your outie or your innie and outie?
It actually does that when it gets
Yeah.
quite
I
quickly.
can.
But
Oh, was it because of did you have babies and do you have a baby and
no, they've always been that way.
oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, even when it's cold, they're real shy. That one is real shy.
Oh, that's
Like the-
cute.
Yeah.
Well, here's the bad news, or maybe it's good news. I have about 5 more minutes, and then I have to
Oh.
jet. So, anybody have any closing thoughts?
Nipples are good.
Yeah, we like boobs. Boobs are
Yeah.
good. I'll show you guys my
Depends on the nipple, I guess.
these are my new cards that I made.
Oh, let me see.
Oh.
It says
Perhaps eventually. Oh.
Always.
Perhaps, eventually, always.
And then this one says,
The truth does not mind being questioned. I like that one.
Huh,
What does that mean?
not
the
bad.
truth mind being questioned.
Oh,
The
good.
truth can handle it.
I have like a whole box of ones that are words. I came up with them because somebody said women should be seen and not heard, and I was like, oh, really?
Mm.
Now they can
So
be seen and heard at the same time.
Yeah, especially when you're fucking them. Oh, right? Huh?
I'm
I think women should only be heard if they have
Mature.
something to say.
this is a blank one. What should I put on it?
Oh, I don't know.
Draw a nipple.
Keep living until you die.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, if you think of
Put a
anything, you can.
boob on it.
Yes.
You don't think that was good? Keep living until you die? That's not a good inspirational.
Not that great. Not that great.
Yeah, that's an
I
obvious one.
like it.
Yes,
I'm getting that tattooed on my Audi.
Oh, here's one. Be your own hero. How about that?
What is it?
Oh. That
Be
means
your
you
own
can eat
hero?
yourself.
Hero?
Yeah, hero. HERO.
Oh, I was thinking of the sandwich. I wanted to eat myself. That was my
Well,
own hero.
I'm a witch and I live in a desert, and so
A
it's full of sand.
sandwich.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of
I like
anything
that
right
hero.
now.
You can do that. It'll fit.
Yeah.
And I haven't done very many ones that were with bees. I don't remember doing very many bees.
Seer of trees.
Yes, I'm a
Track.
metaphor, and I can see
Take
trees.
care.
I'm a forest.
But you live in the desert.
Have a good one.
Oh, bye,
Oh,
everyone.
Yeah.
are you an HP?
I could never do the heart. Is this
Are
I
you a
don't-
high priestess?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a shaman
Yeah,
too.
I'm a high priestess.
I'm a solitary person mostly, but
it's a
like
high priestess?
They tried to make me one, but I was like, nah, too much commitment. So
I went to a few meetings and there was a bunch of creepy guys there that were there to see the naked
yeah,
creep.
I know. They
I'm
ruin it.
a guy.
They ruin it. It's like, yeah,
Oh.
we gotta take our clothes off. It's like, I don't feel like taking my clothes off. I don't know. Yeah, they ruin things like that sometimes.
ruined
Why
it.
does that?
guys.
You're the one that
y'all are
ruined
painting
it. You didn't
It's
want to
sky
take your
clear.
clothes
No,
off.
I didn't ruin it.
You
Are you
ruined it.
kidding?
Everyone wanted to
No, I
take their clothes off
didn't.
but you.
The person
I
not
totally
wanting to take
didn't.
their clothes off is usually the one ruining it.
Fucking A.
Oh, get out of town.
Have a good time. Everyone's naked and having fun, and you're like, I don't want to do that.
You're not, yeah, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that for those things.
No, you don't have to. But then if you don't, you're not fun.
I'm gonna start objectivizing men and see how
Then
they like it.
You stand out as a misfit.
Oh, they like it. Yeah.
How would
Oh,
you do
yeah.
that?
Good idea.
Can you
Good idea,
objectify me
Zephyr.
right now?
I'm gonna get really old and gross and then I'll objectify them.
Can you objectify me? What would you do to objectify me?
Just like
Look,
tell you that you're worth nothing if you're not attractive.
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
you have to be attractive to be objectified.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Hang on, let me take a-
no,
Yeah, well,
no.
that is
Well, I could say something like, how much do you weigh?
450.
Okay. Well,
kilograms or
oh, okay. Let's
You
judge
could
that
find
number.
something to do with that. There's some kind of object somewhere that weighs 450.
Hey. For
That is
you, I'll lose a little weight and then I'll be 420.
are you a ginger? Do you have ginger hair?
Again, if you want,
You seem like a ginger.
Yeah. Do you
you
have the
do.
receding hairline?
I am a little bit of a ginger. I'm
Yes.
actually black on the inside.
Well, you could be.
And look, I've got blue eyes.
So do I.
My boyfriend has green eyes. He's special.
Boo! Get her out
Hmm.
of here. I thought I was hooking
Well, I
up
gotta
with
go
some
anyway.
girl.
Y'all are all
Fucking
get out of here.
boyfriend.
So,
Gonna show you
who wants
the
to go first?
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jeff.
We're done. We're
It's the
done
dump
here.
tank.
Boo.
Bye.
We-
Take care. I'll do it in the
Bye.
order
I
that
love
you
every.
arrived. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And I'm next. I gotta run. I'm gonna be late to my thing. I'll be out tomorrow. Tomorrow's my Friday. I'll be able to stay out as long as I want. So I'll see you all then. And take care. Um, until next time. Here, I'm gonna drop myself.